Alright, so this is my long-awaited by me and me only retrospective of the entire season of UDL3. So I'm going to start with the very first game. Get this going. So I had it here. Two main gimmicks. I had a justified strategy revolving around Alolan Dugtrio, or more frequently Whimsicott, or also Hydreigon as the beater-uppers, and Arcanine and Terrakion as the justified pokes. I had a second mode with Hail, Abomasnow plus Arctovish, and that was it. That was my entire team, basically. I had a few other pieces that didn't really do much, little support pieces, Hitmonchan, Alcremie, which was never very good for me. Anyway, so how did I win the league? Well, here you go. So against Apple, he had a typical Sun Trick Room team. So I felt very, 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 very good about this at this point. Because, what in the world is Kingler going to do for me? Or do to me, rather. So I knew I didn't need to do much. He goes for Foam Burst here for, I guess, the speed thing, but I still outspeed. And there goes Torkoal. Here comes Alcremie to take this hit. Very, very convenient. Because I don't need Alcremie alive. Now we're in the sunshine, and oh no, there goes the sunshine. So here comes Max Flare, wipe out Venusaur, and by the way, he does a really good job correctly realizing that I was gonna set the sun, and so he goes for High Horsepower. And with crit, he would have knocked me out on the game. So, woohoo, GG, I got one. Alright, game 2. And this is the tragic game. I'm trying to set up weakness policy Alcremie with Sludge Wave, which would also break any focus sash. And I'm like, of course he's going to think, oh man, +2 Dugtrio is going to wreck me. I gotta... Because he's going to have beat up on it, which means he'll have max darkness and +2 max darkness. He's going to wipe out Ruiner, I guess. I got to fake out the Alcremie. Unfortunately, he fakes out the Dugtrio, so I don't get my Sludge off. And the frightening thing is if I had just done Life Orb Alcremie instead of weakness policy, this would KO. And he completely disrespects it, but to no avail, and he survives on 1 HP and gets the weakness policy off, and that's that. So there goes the and I get G-Max Finale, but to what avail? He's got Trick Room set up. Here comes Torkoal. There's Arctovish. Why Arcanine? And Eruption's going to do some damage. I actually do survive, but to what avail? At this point, I should win this game, right? He's only got Trick Room, although he hasn't maxed, and if this is Venusaur in the back, he's in trouble because he's going to be slow. But I unfortunately protect to try and stall out the Trick Room. That was not a good idea. Mystical Fire. You would think, how in the world does Matt lose this? Special attack boost doesn't help. So, here's Abomasnow. That's how I lose this. Now here comes Eruption. Yeah. There you go. That's how I lose this. I think it was Assault Vest. Abomasnow. So I couldn't protect. Anyway, here we go. This is the lead I was finally expecting. This is why I led Weather the whole time. And I unleashed for the first and not the last time mixed Arctovish. So I should have just run Blizzard. I don't know why I ran Surf instead of Blizzard. But oops, there we go. Oh, it was Life Orb. Yay. And then I actually really misplayed this whole thing. I don't know why I thought that Abomasnow would survive that. He did not. So I Hailstorm instead of watering, and a crit kills me there. Like, I should have max watered. Max guards. I Hailstorm into the Torkoal because I want to make sure I kill. And yeah, I barely survived there. It would have been Specs. I would have been in really bit trouble. He goes for the double. He gets it. Very frustrating. But now I feel very good about this. Vicious Rend kills, and yeah, I'm able to survive. So there we go. 1-0. Alright. Game 2. So Ben, here's the thing. This is me being sneaky. Ben at this point is working a summer camp, and I know he's not going to be paying super close attention, so I figured I can sneak something past. And then I see this. He's got Frisk on his Gothitail. It's like, frick. He's going to see that I have weakness policy on Whimsicott. Weakness policy Whimsicott unironically just smokes his entire team. He has nothing but can handle ghost coverage plus fairy coverage plus flying coverage, which Whimsicott gets Hurricane, FYI. So it's actually really, really good. And of course, I can proc that policy with Abomasnow. So he misses. But this is policy. So fake out, Ice Shard, and there's Rock Slide. It does a lot of damage, but Max Starfall also does a lot of damage. Here comes Rillaboom, and I'm like, I'll just OHKO. And I should not have protected. I don't know why. Oh, because I was wondering if whatchamacallit one-shot. And it didn't. So he sets up Trick Room, but I'm expecting this, and so I have slow Abomasnow, but I decide to go the stupid route of saying Aurora Veil instead of attacking. And fortunately, I have a lot of bulk in Whimsicott, so it survives. Here comes Arcanine. I really should not have done what I did here. I'm just really misplaying this, very sloppy, but it's a protection game. Sorry, it's a prediction game. So yeah, and so I go through the double, and I don't know why I'm Ice Sharding. I know I have other attacks. Because I have another attack. Don't I have Giga Drain or something on this, or is it Blizzard? I don't remember. But I think I'm thinking man, his defense is down. There's something. So then I completely unnecessarily switch in Arctovish. Oh no, that's why. So that I can get the free switch back into Abomasnow. And that's it. There we go. And so Mach Punch nearly does the job, but Vicious Rend definitely. Yeah, look how tanky this is. That was a -1 defense. So so my incredibly clever idea, which I don't even say I thought it was really clever, leads to this. So here comes Bullet Punch, and I'm completely doing the same thing again. I don't know if Gothitelle has Sash, so there's not really any point doing this. And then he does miss Bullet Peak, which sucks, but that's why you don't run Hustle. He does at least correctly do that. So now we're doing this, and I'm pretty happy. Here comes Abomasnow, set the hail. He maxes Gothitelle, which I don't think he was wanting to do. Starts to rain. I mean, he's doing some damage here, but really? Probably not a lot. And this is where, man, I really wish I had Max Grass, but I didn't. So here comes Hitmonchan, double Max Guard. Here comes the Psychic. To no avail. And do I have anything else? And I actually have to switch out Fake Out because I'm expecting Geyser. And nope. So Strength Sap on me. That sucks. And now it's like, oh dear. Oh dear. Thank you, Assault Vest, by the way. Crunch still does so much damage. Ice Punch. I shouldn't have done this. But then I'm like, oh shoot, well I'm in trouble, and let me use Crunch here. I don't knock out either, and he double Trick Rooms. because he didn't know who I was going to knock out, and he just does that. Well, that's not a good decision by him. But hilariously enough, Abomasnow is actually slower. So, and he gets a double protect again. I Ice Shard, Crunch, and here comes Rock Slide. Survive with both. Thank you for, So here comes Mach Punch. He's gonna knock me out, I'm sure. No, I Ice Shard. And he Trick Rooms, but then he dies. And so now, Detect, Fake Out, Blizzard, and I know, like, okay, he can Mach Punch and beat me, but, like, then I'm just going to do some damage to him. Unfortunately, I don't have any good moves, so there you go. He Rock Slides, and we get Calculator, and Whimsicott absolutely would have taken that, but it was very close, and it didn't need me. Alright, this was against my buddy Dos Cannons. We played on the beach in Panama City. It was awesome. I'll go really quick through this. He uses, he really slows me down a lot, so I'm very slow at this point. But then Tailwind is enough to beat that, and his Marowak's pretty clever, or pretty scary, but I would not have, I would not have max guarded with it like he did. So, beat up. This is actually doing some serious damage here. And then Marowak, oh dear, is doing some definite damage, so like, oh. And then I realized the last turn, oh yeah, he's Rockhead. I could have just used an electric attack. I didn't have to use Psychic. This is the only time I used Electabuzz. I ended up switching out my useless Milotic for a very, very useful piece. No spoilers. Anyway, so for this one, I'm like, there we go. Taunt, but he can't taunt Hydreigon. He was new to VGC. He didn't realize that. So anyway, so here comes Decorate, Scarf Decorate, and you're not getting anywhere. Like, you're not getting anywhere with this dude. And I guess he also didn't have anything. So here's Snarl, and like, there you go. Yeah, anyway. He did end up actually beating me in the fun best of 3 third game. Okay, so this one is fun. So I'm like, I'm gonna destroy his Porygon and taunt it. Follow me. Flash Cannon. Oh, Flash Cannon's so strong. Dazzling Gleam's also very strong. And Close Combat is also very strong. So we just got really strong attacks here. Grookey, oh dear. But he has to switch out and lose all those things because he's correctly very scared of Dugtrio. And here comes Max Dugtrio. I'm not sure this was a great idea, but here we go. Blizzard's going to do some damage here. So I feel actually very good at this point. He, I think, correctly maxes Porygon. I don't know if he had any other good option. So I max Quake. And here comes Max Hailstorm, but to no avail. It's not going to do anything. There goes Porygon. And yeah, he can, even if he protects, I'm pretty sure this kills through Protect. It does, yeah. So it's like, what was the point? So this is where he I think this was the match that Shaggy realized, like, I cannot get away with running, Clefairy and Porygon 2 on the same team. Like, if Porygon 2 has the EVI, what does Clefairy have? So, also, notice how Abomasnow keeps going second and cleaning up kills. That is a recurring theme. Abomasnow just is a kill-sucking up monster. So, and here I'm trying to see if I can actually get beat up to work. And do I? No, he correctly guesses that I'm going to max the Terrakion. So he does get up Trick Room in this one, but like, to what end? Like, congratulations, I can't max. If the best you've got is Max Hailstorm, like, I don't know if you know this, but I actually like the Hail. So, I'll Also, I love that I brought Abomasnow in this, and I did not bring I brought Abomasnow in this, and I did not actually bring any Hail Abuser. Abomasnow is just so good as a Pokemon. So anyway, that was a nice Max Steel Spike. Terrakion's dead, but I got the right stuff in the back. Abomasnow actually just one-shots it. I don't know if that mattered. High horsepower, and then we're left with an Abomasnow. We're supporting Arctovish. One turn left of Trick Room. And this is where I am about to hit him with a very nice surprise. I need to hit him with Blizzard. And I do. No, this one isn't Blind Blizzard. There's Blizzard. And I'm frozen. And he's frozen solid. And I have nothing else. I actually have to just keep hitting him. So, bad luck for him. Probably my luckiest win. Alright, so this is Stotsy, and here I'm trying for beat up, but I realize that I can't stop him from faking out, and then I can't give Moltres a free turn, so there's Misty Terrain. Oh dear, he's got weakness. Oh dear, oh my gosh, he is a plus a lot attack. So now here's where I need to unfortunately use. Oh yeah, so I correctly, I think, yeah, I correctly get these max attacking Whimsicott. Oh, here comes Abomasnow for the ice, but why? Here's some real questions. Why? What was I thinking would happen? Oh, I wanted to eat up a Scald. That's right. So obviously, Scald doesn't do anything. But then, I'm facing down a freaking a million. What the world do I think is going to happen? I let Sirius beat me. And so this was what made his team so good, is he would lead a secondary threat. And, force you to play play not your best. So you Pyro Balls, and at this point I needed him to misplay, which is why I protected Arcanine. Obviously he did the right things, and there you go, and there's High Jump Kick, and bye-bye me. So anyway, so at this point I know his full moveset, which is cool, I guess, but he definitely got me there. But the Empire Strikes Back. So he plays passive, and he shouldn't have. I outspeed, which is cool, and I just go for a blind max Rockfall and completely just annihilate him. So that was not his best day. And, I'm in Tailwind, so I'm outspeeding him. Although apparently he wasn't very fast. He does actually freeze my Whimsicott, but that's okay because I don't need it. Because at this point I have a full charged Terrakion. Yeah, I mean, look, that doesn't do anything. Actually, even give me an attack increase, which is really funny. Yeah, so that's what happens when you let me knock out your Cinderace on turn 1, and so he correctly learns, oh, I should probably keep Cinderace in the back. So here's Hair Balloon. So, and then again, I feel like I'm powerless against the fake out pressure next to Urshifu. So fake out next to Urshifu, who knew? Very good. So Rock Slide unfortunately misses against Urshifu. And so Terrakion dies. I really needed Rock Slide to hit. I really needed it to hit, and he uses Aqua Jet. And now I've got and so Sheer Cold was actually my answer into Registeel. I'm not really happy with it. So then I used Blizzard because I thought maybe I can get a freeze, or maybe he'll be max flying and I can do some real damage, but instead he's max flying. And then, good luck. So so he won me, and this is one match that I did lose. Stotsy, I think, was pretty psyched after winning, and he should have been. He played really, really well. This is probably the most infamous match of the regular season as far as RNG. Like, you get some lucky RNG, you get some unlucky RNG. But this one is really, you can't beat everyone in the league without either being way better than everyone, which was not me, having drafted way better than everyone, which is not me, or just getting really lucky, and that was me. So I switch out Arcanine, because I'm reading a fake out and I can't let Arcanine die. So here comes the Snarl, and so that's Snarl number 1. Let's count that. That's Snarl number 1. Oh, so this is Life Orb Celesteela, and from how little damage it did, I'm figuring that was that definitely is special. So then here comes Max Rotom, doing some damage, and here's Snarl, and now you're at half power. And then, okay, so Scraggy is going for Dragon Dance. Okay, and then switches. Oh, my wife is calling me. So we resume recording, and here we are. And yeah, so Hail takes care of Celesteela, and I don't really care about Psychic Terrain versus not. I have just enough bulk invested in Rotom to take care of these things. Yeah, it would have been nice for Blizzard to be single target, but it's not. Here comes Rotom trying to solve it. I really think he lost when he switched out he lost some momentum when he switched out Scraggy. However, he takes the opportunity now to Dragon Dance. I can't max anymore. And yeah, there's Thunderbolt. And yeah, I can Snarl and take out Rotom, but like, I have nothing for Scraggy. I do flinch him. Anyway, that's the second Snarl of this shit. So, yeah, my best bet against him is freaking Brick Break, and yeah. So at this point, I'm just, yeah. Anyway, he said Snarl can flinch? No comment. Anyway, so yeah, so I have nothing for Scraggy there. And I didn't even bring Alcremie, and that's, so like, if I lose Whimsicott or don't bring it, I don't have anything for Scraggy. So he does it again, same lead, and this time I'm like, okay, I'm not buying, I'm not taking the bait. So I Snarl again. I'm just staying in with Arcanine, and he's -1, he's using Airstream. That's fine, you're still not going to do much. Here comes Indeedee, and Max Rockfall into Arcanine. That's okay. Here comes another Snarl, and oh boy, you are in trouble. Indeedee's now down 1. Celesteela's -1. I mean, that's the 4th Snarl, I think, of the set. Here comes Max Rotom. There's Helping Hand. Here comes Max Rockfall, but -1 Max Rockfall. It's just not going to do that much to Rotom. Here's another Snarl. Just like, here comes Geyser to set up some rain, get some more damage, make his Rotom heat less intimidating, and now it's like, okay, yeah, you can Flash Cannon, and he does get that special defense drop, which sucks, but I don't miss Snarl double connect. And yeah, like, now Celesteela is doing just like nothing, and I still have Rotom, and he does fake out the Hydreigon, call it, and Air Slash does nothing. I don't know why exactly I instead of Electric Terrain. I must have thought that would be worthwhile. But yeah, Celesteela, we just can't do anything. So here's Dragon Dance Scraggy, but it's not going to be enough. So that's like my 1500th Snarl. So I don't know why I used Snarl there, though, by the way. That was definitely a mistake. Definitely should have Flash Cannoned. Just sloppy. Anyway. Here we go. Good luck, have fun. This is the 3rd one. And once again, we got Hydreigon, Arcanine, and here comes the beat up strat. He does follow me. I expect that, and I Snarl. Here we go. And Max Flare to try and make things a little bit better. And he flinches. And Snarl flinches him. And if he doesn't flinch, of course, he sets up He's got a +4 attack. Now, I do outspeed him, so it's not going to do very much to him. And he can't even Aqua Jet. Because I set up the sun. That's why I flared instead of anything else. I set up the sun. But I flinch him, which is a 9.5% chance, because the Hydreigon is carrying a King's Rock, which is the only way that Snarl can flinch. So 95% chance of hit, 10% chance of a flinch. I had a 9.5% chance of a flinch. It's not that small, but like, that was pretty decisive. But anyway, yeah, so here comes... but the thing is that he would also be able to set up Trick Room here, so... There goes Max Lightning, there goes the Zoom Roll. He sets up Trick Room, but it's too late. And... there we go. So... yeah, Arcanine is really bulky. So... and here comes yet another Snarl. So I realized, like, I am being kind of a jerk laughing about the justified boost. Anyway, bye-bye Arcanine. Here's Room Service. I set up Leech Seed. I'm not sure if that was the correct play, technically speaking. Also notice how this, half special attack Rotom still just absolutely destroys. Abomasnow. And there's yet another Snarl for the win. Like, how many Snarls? I think I counted, like, it was like 11 Snarls. Alright, next team, Foiled. Defending champion. He's got, or she's got, they've got Vaporeon to absorb water attacks. We got Rotom-Mow, which is so good into Rotom-Wash. I think people realize that Rotom-Wash is probably going to be an important part of this set, but I left Arcanine at home. This is a Terrakion game. And I clearly didn't respect Rotom-Mow enough, because Rotom-Mow is really good in Terrakion and really bad in Arcanine. I'm not sure why. I mean, yeah, I guess it's a little better in a Dram, but the like +4 is killing anyway. So anyway, here we go. Rotom-Wash, Arctovish. I hate lawnmowers. Favorite name. He goes with foil goes with, I guess. So I do max Dracovish, which I'm very happy about. Here comes Incineroar on the switch. Electroweb misses Meowstic, which I'm super salty about. Here comes the Hail, so definitely outspeeding now. Ally switch, here comes Max Geyser. Somehow doesn't get the kill, and oh dear, that turns out that's eject button Meowstic. So here comes, yeah. The close combat doesn't do very much. Foil switches out, and here comes the Lawnmower. Max Guard, double Max Guard. I think I predicted the Max Guard. Anyway, here goes, and switch out, set up some Hail. Here comes Absorb a Fake Out. One more Electroweb. Goodbye to Meowstic. We now have a very, very slow Lawnmower. And so, I think I double protect. Yeah, I double protect here to eat up the Fake Out, and I think I'm supposed to survive this. I do. Okay, so, but I have another turn of Hail, and this is clearly going to hurt someone badly. So, it's Mimikyu that comes out. Here comes Hydro Pump. Haha, psych, it was special all along. And your whatchamacallit is useless. So at this point, I'm like, the game is totally won. Abomasnow is going to just Blizzard, and it's GG, it's all over. And then I'm like, oh shoot, it's Scarf Electroweb. Okay, so he's got Scarf. Here comes Mimikyu, very, very powerful. There's Blizzard. And I'm like, oh crap. He's got Home Claws. He play roughs, and Mimikyu play roughs into Hitmonchan, and I'm like, GG, this is over, because I shard. So we won't ever get to find out how how that would have gone. I think Abomasnow probably would have eaten that, but here comes game 2, and I'm thinking, okay, I think I got quite a team here. This is maybe the best player in the league, and I'm feeling pretty good about this. Here comes Trick, but of course I had already seen what was going on, and so it was just really unfortunate. It's really, really a game of inches. Like, look at that turn. So first off, Full goes for, yeah, oh, time to play everyone's favorite game, turn 1 predictions, baby. So I was thinking, like, is this going to ally switch? Like, what's going to happen? I know that he, meaning Whimsicott, has eject buttons. Like, what's going to happen here? And so I've got Terrakion. Oh, this game also has maybe my favorite play an opponent has ever made up. Ever. It was so good. So you got Foil, goes for the trick so that if I Dynamax and then beat up myself, I eject myself out, which is horrible. Of course, I see that coming. One of the reasons I wrote that is that beat up in the Mimikyu breaks Disguise and then damages it significantly. Mimikyu took 16 points of damage after losing its Disguise. So I was like, okay, even neutral Iron Head should be enough. But it wasn't. So I withdraw. I'm like, oh my gosh, I better be safe. I predict the fairy type attack and switch in Abomasnow. So like, if it took 33% there, by the way, then the last game it was not going to take more than 50, and barring a crit, which was possible, Abomasnow wins that in game. But here we go. So here comes the Assault Vest Meowstic. It's definitely got Fake Out, but I'm feeling pretty good because I know it has Assault Vest. And I am predicting Incinerate maxes here. And it does. Abomasnow protects because I have nothing better to do. Here comes, and this I think is a big mistake, instead of killing me, Abomasnow, because it absolutely would have killed through. Absolutely would have killed through Protect, or just not maxing and close combating, which would have been bad, but not that bad. Yeah, it goes for close combat, and the attack drop gets to be reset because it checks out, thanks to be ejected, which is perfect. So now here comes the next Rotom, of course, and yeah, and I'm thinking here comes the switch. Of course, why in the world is Foil gonna keep stick out when it can't do it? But I guess Foil didn't want to give up a free switch. And I think that's basically a concession of defeat to go into that. Because you're not stopping this. The Max Flare is not going to kill him. But yeah, he leans into that, so Fake Out again. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that switcheroo to give Meowstic the Choice Scarf so it can go for another attack. You can only go for one repeatedly, but it can at least try something else. And he gets Rotom-Mow and Assault Vest so it can maybe take this in. Such a good play. Like, we're talking an insanely good play. If I missed the Draco Meteor, maybe that would have mattered, but I did not miss the Draco Meteor. And there went. And so even, it's crazy how much. It's crazy how much damage that did. So, yeah, I always run an offensive move, I think. Basically, remember that, but I made a point to always run an offensive move. Anyway, that was such a brilliant play. Alright. Oh, I hate this. Oh my gosh. So I don't know what I was thinking with this. Bullet Punch, like Iron Head. Oh yeah, I did that to break the Sash or the Babiri Berry. And obviously I absolutely knocked that out. And here comes, I think, Brick Break. I think I had Brick Break for him. But why in the world am I... Faint. Oh yeah, Faint and Max Quake, and it doesn't kill. So here comes Geyser, and yeah, that's frustrating. Okay, so there comes Regigigas, now it's Slow Start. Here comes Rockfall into Lapras, does almost nothing and sets off a Policy. Why did I set off a Policy? But there's Brick Break, breaks the Veil, which is nice. So I've taken out one of his pokes and broken his screens, and now I've got a +1 special defense Dugtrio against a Slow Start and like a half-dead Lapras. I should definitely win this game, right? Go for Steel Spike to short my defense against Regigigas. Wood Hammer definitely would have done enough. Fire Punch, look, that's through Slow Start. Ugh. Obama, you were just so weak. And then I even get a nice crit. Oh, and I even had +1 defense, yeah. There's Wood Hammer, and this is my one time running a purely physical set. Yeah. Anyway, so this was a very dominating. I definitely felt like I was on top of the world. Like, no problems. I got this. And I'm like, oh, sure, I can do this. And Max Quake should kill this time, which it does. And there goes Slow Start. And here comes the problem. I don't know why I clicked Fake Out. And I mean, this hurts because, like, I had so many opportunities to not be stupid. Like, I should have won this game. And I read into a Protect there, and, like, he's coming really close to... Yeah, so now he's got Recharge. He loses Slow Start, and yeah, there is Rising Voltage. I lost a really important turn. I'm so mad at myself for that one. Here comes Hatterene and Regigigas. Here comes Abomasnow and Arctovish, so I have to give up my my whole plan. So here comes Max Abomasnow, Max Gigas. Vicious Rend does a lot of damage. Max Knuckle does a lot of damage. And Max Flare, of course, just demolishes me. Doesn't actually demolish me. Skill Swap. He tries to Skill Swap off. You can't use Skill Swap on a Dynamax poke. So I guess that makes up his mistake. He switches in Weezing, and why did I think maxing Arctovish or Abomasnow was a good idea? Why did I think that was a good idea? So dumb. So here's Neutralizing Gas. There's Max Strike. Somehow Arctovish even survives. Here comes Max Hailstorm. Vicious Rend kills Regigigas. I'm winning at this point. I've gotten what I wanted, but like, here comes Dugtrio. I switch out, Protect, Max Overgrowth, and the Hatterene. That's even enough to kill. Like, what in the world? How am I going to lose this? Right? He's down to Weezing and Raichu. That's it. And somehow, why did I switch out? What was I afraid of? Surf does some damage. Sludge Bomb kills. Like, what was I afraid of? Oh yeah, so Fake Out, of course. So I needed to Fake Out the Raichu, but I didn't have Fake Out, I had Faint. And instead of going for an actual attack, I just went for Faint. That's not enough. And there goes, yeah, everything. Protect, Bullet Punch, but I don't have anything good for this. And yeah, like, Hitmonchan is completely incapable of doing any damage. So yeah, there goes everything. Why wasn't I using Brick Break? I could have used Brick Break this whole time, but I didn't. But yeah, that's that. And yeah, I just really misplayed it. Spoiler alert, that may or may not happen again in the future. Alright, so this is my favorite matchup because like matchup going into this because like he's got the dual genies and I'm like, all I have to do is just click Blizzard a lot and win. So I switch, but Tailwind and there's Freeze Dry. Does not do much. But it does freeze, which is cool. Go down to my sash. Obviously it can't poison because it's whatchamacallit. It's sheer force. So I Moonblast and through the protect does a lot of damage. And but then I'm like, well, what do I do? Do I max Geyser? And I do, which then lets him survive, but then I'm still under Tailwind. Shadow Ball kills. He does set up Tailwind, or not Tailwind, Trigger. But then and then speed swap, so now he is going first, and that's definitely going to take out Arctovish. But then Hydreigon does a lot of damage. This is a very strange matchup. We both ally switch. I eat up this next lightning. But then I realized like that's such a dumb decision. Like Raffle Mayo, yeah, like Rotom eats that anyway. And then I just have to Hydro Pump and hit a Rock Slide. And then I do get crit. So he's no spread attack, so this is GG. Oh yeah, there's Darmanitan, but we're still under trigger. Hitmonchan survives. He dies, and yeah, like I survive, and like he played out of his mind because I had such a matchup advantage. Such a freaking matchup advantage. Anyway, I'm like, I'm not gonna max. I'm not gonna max. I'm literally just gonna beat up and just attack because I don't think this is gonna go well for me either. So I just max and kill him, and then yeah, obviously like that probably knocks out triple. Anyway, here comes Abomasnow, and I'm like, hey, I get a Blizzard and kill you, or I could not Blizzard. And so here comes the hail. I'm not that scared, but I don't like getting a special attack drop. Not a fan. Now I Encore him into Protect, but he can't, of course. And now here comes Max Rockfall, and it's just tremendously ineffective. But he gets greedy, and he oozes into Whimsicott. He should not have oozed into Whimsicott. But now his Landorus is stuck. So, and here comes Arctovish. Abomasnow does Max Hailstorm, and here comes a Freeze Dry, and that does some damage. Leech Life, I was not expecting to do a lot of damage. It's a decent amount. But now, Blizzard should. I think I Blizzard. No. Yeah, I do. And that was not a good decision, but it's fine. And then I Blizzard this, and I think he's. No, he doesn't survive, but he should have. What am I? Or he can actually attack now. Arctic Shot speeds everything, kills, and he can't do enough to. Yeah, and I thought that the game was over. I said like nice win because I thought. I don't know what I thought. I thought I didn't realize how slow his Landorus was. But yeah. Anyway, Glenn, this was fun. This was really fun. He has nothing for Hydreigon at all, except for there's Aurora Veil. Okay, so I'm scouting out for like blizzards, etc. So I feel very good at this point. He gets the crit, but he's like a sniper. Like that's normal for him. Get the +1 special defense. It's a single target blizzard. It does nothing. And here's weakness policy. Here, not colossal. Weakness policy. Whatchamacallit. So I Encore because like I got nothing else better to do. Go for Ooze. I am exposing Ooze, but like I feel like I really need this special attack boost. And here comes Dusclops and like, also, yeah, did you know that Whimsicott gets screens? Yeah. So anyway, I was actually targeting a Dusclops because I'm like, he'll either Ice Switch and then I take out the threat, or he'll try a Trick Room and I can kill him. There's absolutely no way he survives the Trick Room. But now, I'm no longer maxed, which means I don't have access to max Ooze. My poison type attack is Belch. That's the only poison type attack that, or special at least, that Hydreigon gets. So I know I can take out Dusclops really easily. Do I Snarl here? I don't think so. I probably should. So Tailwind. Yeah, Dark Boost. Yeah, obviously, like, there's nothing on Heaven or Earth that could stop Dusclops. I do now confirm, okay, he's special, or at least mixed. I'm down to 2, and I'm like, I wonder if +2 Flare Blitz just kills. Turns out it does. That is very much a roll, but I have no attacking moves other than beat up, and a single target, or sorry, a single Whimsicott's beat up, because all I'm gonna have is beat up. With attacking with one Pokemon, I'm not gonna do very much. But you know, it was enough. So yeah, I learned like, okay, I need to conserve, because if he's gonna keep his dude in the back, I need to conserve Hydreigon. It's like I don't learn that I lead the same thing again. I'm like, this is game over. Like I don't like. There's no way he doesn't see what's coming. I don't know why he doesn't. Like I even reveal max use, but like boom, here you go. Like I don't know if he didn't think this would kill, but like +2, 4 times super effective. But yeah, so then at this point, like definitely chaos. Yeah, single target. It does do a lot. Oh yeah, and I was very proud of Earthquake on Hitmonchan. It does not do super well because of course the grassy terrain, but like it's still pretty good. So here comes the helping hand, snipe shot. If he had gotten the crit, that might have made a lot of a difference, but he didn't. And like yeah, the hail. I mean, I don't know how I would have beaten. I'm sure I had something for Dusclops in the back. So game 1 definitely was fortunate to go the way it did. I think we calculated, I think it was a roll whether or not Arcanine killed Tapu Bulu. And then, you know, taking that much recoil, like, obviously Tapu Bulu could have breathed on. And if he had used Max Overgrowth to knock out Arcanine, then that restores grassy terrain, and then you're never knocking out, I'm never beating Tapu Bulu. So anyway. This is Ben. It's not Ben using his team, he's using the last team, Nova's team. Nova didn't want to play because Nova was already eliminated, so. Yeah. This is easily the worst set I've ever had. Here is Scarf Encore. So I Encore Gothorita into Fake Out. But then I'm stuck Encore, and he can just switch out. And so, like, this is my moment to switch out. And call this switched. No, I didn't know. Anyway. Anyway, I do call the Encore. But then, like, Encore's not going to work into a maximum. Like, I need to switch Alcremie out now, this turn. But I can't because he has Shadow Tap on the field. Critical hit, that sucks, by the way. Encore, so now he's going to be stuck critical hitting. No, he's not. And so I still can't withdraw Alcremie. And now it's too late. And yeah, that helping hand was very, very smart. Anyway. It's so dumb. Anyway, don't ever do Scarf Encore, ever. Ever. Even if it seems like a good idea, never do Scarf Encore. I was just ready to die. Anyway. Questions, is this weakness policy again? Yeah, it is. And this time he reads it, and then he knows. He knows that this is weakness policy Whimsicott. But I read into him recognizing this. And here comes the blizzard. And here comes the ice shard. And then which one do I go for? I do go for the Blaziken. I don't know if it's the right decision or not. He foul plays in the Abomasnow. Thank you. That is, he doesn't trick me. Now I've got a +1 speed. Got +1 speed Abomasnow, and I max airstream. I know it's GG. Because yeah, this blizzard's just gonna do a lot of damage. But it doesn't kill. But it does freeze. And it's like, oh my gosh, he would have. Yeah, that was a freeze. That's part of why you use Blizzard. Anyways, yeah, this is definitely GG. I think he needed to just pray that he would get lucky with his frozen awareness. Anyway, so now here we go, and go for Arcanine, and he fakes out into it. A Shadow Ball into the Gothorita. Here comes the Maxes, and I'm certainly dead. I kept trying to figure out if he was physical or special. I think I actually. Oh yeah, no, but sorry, physical or mixed. He gets some poison jab, so again, very glad that I brought Intimidate Arcanine. But then, okay, so here comes Rotom. There's Gothorita, Helping Hand, Max Knuckle. This is gonna be fun. So anyway, Scorching Sands. Yeah, this is my one-time bringing special. I think that was necessary. So then Intimidate, here comes Protect on Arcanine, flies, and of course I miss. Foul Plays does like nothing, but he has nothing better to do. A Snarl, might as well. I got nothing better to do. Flies into Rotom. There's my last turn of Max. Goodbye, love. Protect, Snarl, yeah, at this point Arcanine's just going to do a lot of damage. I do not read into the Protect, he goes for that, and Foul Play just doesn't do enough. And I think it is because of the Intimidate, actually, that Rem's attack is removed. So, yeah, there you go. And it's paralyzed for kicks. There goes Life Orb, and yeah. No, of course, Abomasnow, so. Yeah. Anyway, so I won. Hopefully I'll see you there, he says. So Ben, not this team, but Ben's normal team, would, we are now on opposite sides of the bracket. I win the regular season, 9-2, and I have Break Crucifer foiled. So Ben, because he lost. If he had won, then not because this would have affected his standings. He's got the 8 seed no matter what, but this would have dropped me to the 2 seed behind foiled. So sorry, he had the 7 seed. So he was going to have to play foiled if I win and I relegate foiled to second. But he would have to play me if he beat me. and relegate me to second. So we avoid a matchup. Instead, I get to face a rematch against this team. And so we got slow start, and here comes Delmise. And I use Switcheroo. There's a eject button for Focus Sash. So I have a eject button. Anyway, so Max Quake works really well here. And here comes beat up Terrakion. This is going to do a lot of damage. And Max Rockfall goes into Delmise. And very nearly kills, but does not quite. So, funnily enough, I almost certainly... I should just beat up into Delmise. Like, there's no way that doesn't kill. But I don't think I do for some reason. Oh, yeah, it has a Bloom still. It definitely does enough. Here comes Max Knuckle. That's definitely going to do enough. That'll kill. Even. Oof. Yeah, even with him being +1 defense, not enough. So here comes Neutralizing Gas, and yeah. I'm pretty sure I read into this Protect. Oh yeah, I go for Earthquake, which, yeah, of course kills Hatterene. And yeah. There goes that, and yeah, he's Shookaberry, but that makes 0 difference. So, should be easy, right? Oh, what happened there? This is Applejacks versus Stotzy. That was not supposed to be part of it. I don't know if this is game 2 or game 3. Oh! Let's go back and we'll just do it in order. So, matthewssandslash. So it's these 2 games here. So this is game 2. This one doesn't go so well for your boy. So I max right away, and same thing. Do a lot of damage. Force him out. In comes Gigas. Anchor Shot does actually quite a bit of damage. So, and then he switches into Weezing. I think I predicted this. So, okay, so I switch her again for no reason at all. And now I have an Assault Vest. Great. So I did call the Weezing switch, and so I didn't go for, that's why I didn't go for Beat Up Justify. But yeah, so like now I got nothing for Delmise. Like, I'm just gonna attack randomly. And here comes Max Overgrowth. I do survive with my Sash, but like, and the thing is I even know homeboy over here, he has Sugar. So like, what possible good is this gonna do? So there goes Whimsicott. I don't think he was necessarily wise to do that as well. I think Sludge Bomb may have been his only attacking move. So anyway, so now it's a 4v1, and Abomasnow is very good. I do actually get the double Blizzard, but you know, he's going to do a ton of damage, and I can't beat Regigigas. So there you go. So that is game 2, and I am 1 loss away from elimination. Game 3 hype. The ally switches, I should not have ally switched. I should have just Dazzling Gleamed and Earthquaked. But yeah, so knock out Raichu completely. Here comes the switch. There's Trick Room. There's Delmise, and I have allowed Trick Room. And here I go again. But I ally switch. And that's my 1 out. So I ally switch, and Delmise survives. I Rockfall into the... I Rockfall, because I have gotten beat up off. So I Rockfall into the Delmise, and I take out Hatterene. I win this game 100% because of Ally Switch. I did not think he would call. And here comes Gigas. And I realize he has Gigas with no... he has Gigas with no Weezing. And I'm like, why in the world did you not bring Weezing? But whatever, that was his game plan. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get this. So he Max Quakes into Hydra. Somehow I actually survived. He Giga Impacts, but that wasn't going to go anywhere. More to the point, I think it was a Dark Pulse. Yeah, Dark Pulse was going to get him anyway after Sand. So, yeah, that was it. That was a very, very quick game. 3 turns. And, yeah, your boy stays alive. So, semifinals. Okay, this was fun. This was really good, so... Alright, so in case you thought, I'm the greatest. So I was looking over team one last time, and somehow I accidentally misclicked while in Team Builder and replaced the most important move on this guy with Protect. He's Scarfed, by the way. This Terrakion is Scarfed, so I had Scarf Protect. Not what I intended. So here we go. Cinderace, Registeel, Hydreigon, and Terrakion. He has no Intimidate, so I need something that will one-shot a Fire-type Cinderace, because I am going to outspeed it. And that is, that's going to be Head Smash, actually. There goes the Max Rockfall. Goodbye, Cinderace. Registeel starts setting up Iron Defenses. Here comes Urshifu Rapid Strike. Same thing. Urshifu falls down. There's Max Airstream. Now we are even faster. Here comes Body Press. Goodbye, Terrakion. And here's Raichu. Here's Rotom-Wash. And I am very happy I end up saving. Yeah, there's Max Wormwind. Doesn't matter. I just am trying to take out the Raichu. Do everything I can. This is going to do a lot. Yeah, it kills him. But my win con is emphatically not Rotom-Wash in this game. So yeah, I do an Ally Switch. Here comes Doublade. It's the only game, I think, the entire set that I bring Doublade to. No, I bring him in the next game too, maybe. But this is the only time I'll see it. And then Sacred Sword. Yeah, +2 Sacred Sword is definitely a 2-hit KO. And yeah, Thunderbolt starts doing some damage. But yeah, that completely invalidates Registeel. I don't think he brings Registeel the rest of the set because yeah, it just completely invalidates. Here we go. Here comes the rain, but this isn't going to go well for him. I don't know why I don't max. I should have maxed. But yeah. So dumb. I should have maxed. I don't know why I didn't max. You know? Like, there was no... I think I was overconfident. I didn't think I needed to max, but here comes the max. It's a little late. So Rotom, of course. I assume I go for Urshifu here, yeah. So now I'm like, okay. He's doing well. I could have lost to a freeze here or here. +1 speed. And like, all I need to do is just... But instead I max Rockfall instead of Airstreaming. And, you know, Politoed survives. Cinderace. And now it's like, look at this. Look, I should... Did I do this in the wrong order? Did I win this game? No way, no. Yeah, he's got Moltres in the back, and I have nothing for it. And he doesn't do anywhere near enough. And then now you've got Policy. Oh, that's how. So anyway, sorry. So we did this. I needed to set up your Airstream, give them another speed boost. No, I didn't. So what I needed to do is I needed to realize this is such a misplay. So I needed to realize that Rotom outsped Cinderace. I needed to start working on getting this Moltres down. And then actually what I saw, because you can tell at the beginning of a turn if it's going to be the last turn of the battle, and I'm like, oh cool, I'm the winner, I must have crit the Moltres. Alright, on to finals. I literally thought that, and then, yeah, that doesn't kill. Even with a crit, that wouldn't have killed. And like, yeah, so now you got a +3 Moltres. Like, obviously Fire Gas gonna kill him. And that's that. I'm like, oh shoot, stink. Good game. Yeah, Matt, stink. So, your perfect plan. Annihilate Hail. I'm like, this will beat whatever he's got, and he just forgot or didn't know about Slush Rush. And here comes. First time all season, I think I ran a traditional Arctovish set. Not really first time. Here comes Close Combat, doesn't matter. Giga Drain brings it down to the Sash, and then it dies from the Hail. It's like, turn 1, you lose 2 Pokemon, I lose 1. And that was that. Live or die with Hail. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go Hail till I die. Here comes Max Airstream, and I'm like, get me rid of Politoed, and I'm like, under no circumstance am I going for the Moltres with this. And he misses the chance to win with or to get bailed out with a flinch. Here comes Terrakion, and I'm like, I am not proccing policy on this. I definitely didn't need to be so scared. But yeah. And then, funnily enough, I'm pretty sure Terrakion... sorry. Hydreigon does outspeed and gets the win. So, offensive Hydreigon. My last good option. Alright, finals. The me versus Ben JC. So, he brought the 6 that I was expecting pretty much. Did not know if he was going to be a Quiver Dance set, but I figured Rage Power. I really seriously thought about Safety Goggles on Incineroar, because if I had Safety Goggles on Incineroar, all I need to do is beat up and Max Fairy into this guy, and it's over. And that's honestly GG already. But instead, I do this. Tailwind was not necessary. So he Meteor Beams, gets to +1. He's running Special Dracozolt. Here comes the Sand. Now I do outspeed. I knew it, and because I have Tailwind. So even though, I think I was trying to cover for, so here comes Max Flare, completely annihilates Hippo. Here comes the Choppleberry, or the Cherry Berry, so I survive. Didn't need it as it stands, and here's where I'm like, I wish I had Rage Powder. Yeah, Switcheroo was not necessary there. I wish I had just used Speed Up, but it doesn't matter. So here comes Stoutland. Protect. Max Guard. Now I switch. Actually, not a good idea, because he did not read that at all. Whatever. Tingly Hair helps, because he's going to be slower. Tailwind is expiring, but I can use Tailwind again. High Horsepower. He recharges. And then, of course, he goes for High Horsepower again. Switcheroo. And now I get the Life Orb from him. Anyway, so High Horsepower gets him. He uses Rock Tomb. I don't have his Life Orb, hilariously enough. And Earth Power actually ends up critting, so that's nice. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he has Play Rough there. And so, assuming he doesn't miss it, I don't know. I don't know how much damage he ended up doing. But there you go. So I win that one. So here we go. Here comes the grassy terrain, and I I mean, there's no polite way to put this. I just completely screw this up. Yeah, she just Blizzard right away. I do that as a joke, right? Like, really. I switcheroo, and I'm like, oh, that's Choice Scarf. So here comes Icy Wind, and now, because I did not expect the Rillaboom Max, if I had predicted the Rillaboom Max, that would have been a very different game. Anyway, so now I'm like, oh shoot, and I need to Tailwind here and Icy Wind again, but I don't. I Tailwind and I max Hailstorm, which is not the right choice. I'm scared for whatever reason. I just get dumb, and I'm scared of Policy on Rillaboom, even though there's no freaking way it has Policy. Hydreigon comes out. Here comes Max Hailstorm. Does almost nothing. Close Combat completely wipes him out, and there's Max Airstream, and yeah, and this is very, very over. Here comes Arctovish, but like when I switch for Whimsicott, I'm trying to bait something, and it doesn't. Yeah, and so now that was not right. This all falls to pieces, and that is that. Definitely cannot attempt to win this game, so yeah, that was very, very over. Anyway, so here's your deciding game of your championship, and I lead with 3-point Alolan Dugtrio. So here we go. So many ways to play this. He could have done a lot of things, but assuming he wants to max Rillaboom, he can't stop beat up onto Arcanine and max Flare into something. And he probably should have predicted that I would max Flare the Rillaboom. He doesn't, and so it's coaching. If he had had Max Quake, +1 Max Quake into Arcanine, probably a KO, and then I lose my Max for nothing, basically, and I don't have any option really to take care of Rillaboom. But instead, he maxed Knuckles into Dugtrio. That is, he calls that a throw. I mean, it's just really hard to make the right decisions. It's really hard to make the right decisions. So, yeah, there's Ally Switch and Max Flare. There's Yawn into Dugtrio. Dugtrio hilariously is up to 12%. So, then Max Flare, and I don't know why I Max Flare the Stoutland. Here comes Sandstorm. Yeah, it's hilarious. So, I think this was the right decision. So, I Flare Blitz into Stoutland. Here comes High Horsepower. That is a kill after Sand. Barely. That doesn't matter because, so anyway, but here comes the Blizzard, takes out 95%, and he's got a big healing there. So, and if he has Protect, this is very much a game because he can Protect, and I can always miss High Horsepower. That's his out, but we got a 5% chance of getting an out. He protects, and then he needs to get a double protect, and for me to not wake up quickly because he needs for my but he's gonna faint from hail anyway. But that's that, and that's it, and Abomasnow wins the championship. So watching this, I got way luckier than I should have, and that really is how Pokemon is you think that it's a game of strategy and skill, and it is, but like there's luck, and not even in the RNG, it's just in the reads. I read that my opponent's going to do this, and maybe you're right and maybe you're not. And I read, and there's part of it, right, like where it's like, man, even if you got that read right, you still would have lost, so you shouldn't have gone for this. But a lot of it is just like, if you get the read right, usually we're pretty good at this. So you get the read right, you're gonna win. So it's a game of luck. It's a game of inches, and fortunately, Abomasnow won.